Hello and welcome to 1990. My name is Amanda O'Shea from the Serendipity Experience, and I have with me Dr. Fredrik Kinnman, who is joining me today from Lund in Sweden. Hey Fredrik, how you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure. You made it to the top 90. That's good, huh?
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, you are number 20.
Number 20. All right.
20, yeah.
Yes, good. Perfect.
Perfect. Is that your favorite number?
Today it is.
So, the people that are on, on this list, I sort of went through people that were a big part of my life, people that have been a big part of my journey, people that have been with me in some very interesting times over the recent years. And it's so nice to have known you for it feels like such a long time now, but it hasn't been that long. It must be 7 years.
Yeah, it's 6 years.
6 years. 2013 that we met.
Yeah.
We met on Jack Pransky's his extended professional training course 2, and I interviewed Jeff Munn the other day.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so that was so nice to reconnect with him and all as well.
That's lovely.
Yeah, and it was so, and talking with Jeff, it was so lovely to have to remember what it was like there was 13 of us who got together and did this 6-month training, with Jack Pransky, and it was amazing, wasn't it, that first course?
Yeah, it was. I remember the first moment we met on the roof. It was such a beautiful day, and the view, and expectations in the air. It was, something I will always remember.
Yeah, and I would too. And I remember because it was I joined very quickly. I just came for this talk, and I got really intrigued, and you guys all really impressed me, and I wanted to be part of your gang, and I jumped on board. But I remember the first ever deep listening exercise, or the first exercise I'd ever done with anything to the principles. I was partnered with you.
Oh,
yes.
Lucky you.
and I remember then thinking, it was funny. And from then, you've been on, I don't know, every time I turn up somewhere, it seems like you're there, Fredrik.
Yeah, I guess so. And yeah, you said something. I was a little bit of a nutcase or something. I talked about tomatoes and strange, weird stuff.
We were talking about the gift of mind or something, and you were talking about something to do with like what makes a tomato, a tomato. Like, just because we call it a tomato, it doesn't mean I was like, and it was but it was true, like what you were pointing to, made sense. But it was it was a really special time for me. I was talking about that with Jeff as well, and you had already started, I guess, then your psychiatry studies, or you would have been.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because I started my specialization in psychiatry basically at the same time, 2013, like in the fall when we met there. So I started my specialization in psychiatry, and I started on this course with Jack Pransky. And this journey has continued until now. And last year I was a qualified psychiatrist.
Wow.
So it's been a rough and very interesting ride.
And I watched you. So coming into this course where I had been a holistic therapist offering massage and reflexology and Reiki and all of those sort of things, and came across this, and I remember there was the psychiatrist and the psychologist in the room, and the teachers and this and that, and people from all over the world, and I was quite blown away that there was just sort of little old me. But it was really nice to watch your journey, and sometimes I know that wasn't so easy for you to be going through classically trained psychiatry.
No.
And deepening your own understanding, and as you sort of went and watching your journey.
No, but it's funny, like when you talk about how the labels we have in our society, and it's like, and how we internalize the labels, and how we see people through labels, and how that affects people, and it's so weird for me, like because the labels are so important in psychiatry. We talk so much about diagnosis and titles, and it's fascinating to wake up to like how important the labels are, but they're not really, and we get stuck in the labels.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It was so lovely recently. Obviously, you came and you were one of the facilitators on the last Love and Clarity retreat, which was wonderful to spend 7 days, and we shared a house together down in the Spanish mountains, and that was lovely. And of course, you came over here celebrating my 50th birthday with me and the family, and and really nice to, and your music. Thank you so much, Fredrik, for all the music that you've given us, especially at the party. That was super, super special. But
I loved it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I felt so welcomed by the whole family.
Yeah, it was really, really great. But it was, you're so talented.
Thank you.
I mean, to watch you playing your music, you really are. There's like, you've got there's all these different hats. There's sort of Fredrik, you've got the psychiatrist hat, and then you've got the doctor hat, and you've got the, you've got the musician hat, and then, and I hear you're into boxing these days.
Yes, it's my new career. Pro boxer. I'm not, but I just started, and it's really nice. I love learning new stuff.
Great. Thai boxing.
Thai boxing, Muay Thai. And I'm really bad at the moment, but it's very good training.
Yeah, it's lovely.
But it's I'm really careful with my fingers. It's good we have the boxing hands, like protection.
For your play, for your fiddle playing.
Yeah, that was one of the things I really looked into. What can I try out with martial arts that have like protection for the hand?
Of course.
But I enjoy it. It's fun.
So you've got quite a lot going on in your world, yeah? You've got a lot going on, and seeing that, I don't know that any of that was planned. If you look back at 10 years ago, I don't know what you were up to 10 years ago.
Yeah, in 10 years, the Muay Thai career will start. It's all planned out.
But seeing that we just kind of, we go through life and have many experiences.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like I had no idea I had like this club, Muay Thai club, like just down the road. And it's so like, I just talked to a friend, and we just, why not try this? And it happened to be there. It's so nice when it just fits, and the schedule and everything. But the more you're stuck up here, the less you notice, and the less you're open to good stuff.
So do you see, because like when you play your music, you're really just, you're in it, aren't you? I mean, you and that, when I see you play the guitar, or when I see you sing or play the fiddle or whatever, it's like you're there, you're in the zone, you're very, very present. And do you watch your own thinking playing out when you are something like taking on something new, like when you're doing the Thai boxing, and there's new stuff to learn, and do you witness it? Do you witness that kind of like, oh, can I do it, or will I be good at this, or?
Yeah, I have lots of insecure thinking now around the Thai boxing. Now, when we all always have someone to do the boxing with, and the teacher goes around, and I'm like, oh, I hope my style is good. And like, I have so much thinking. I like, and usually he corrects like 10 things I'm doing wrong. But
Uh,
if I'm, yeah, I guess if I didn't have that thinking, it would like be better, I guess. But
yeah, yeah.
that's what we do. Like we get stuck in our thinking, and I want to impress people, I guess. I have this sometimes when I'm new to something, and but then it falls away after a while, usually. But
It's
it's good to see that it's not like it's not helpful to get stuck and try to impress,
yeah.
and to see that it's helpful, and I don't need to follow that route, and it's not really important to impress the teacher, so I don't need to listen to that, and that's very helpful.
But I mean, that's all of us do stuff like this, right? You know,
Yeah,
it's just noticing or witnessing or observing your own character
yeah,
doing that. It's quite cute, isn't it? It's quite.
yeah, it is cute. There it comes again, like the want to impress the teacher, but yeah, it's fine.
So were you always a good like? Were you always a good student?
It's I don't know, like oh, I don't know. It's I've always been in my view a lazy student. I think done everything in the last moment, and
Okay.
I've had lots of thinking that I got stuck in stuff,
Right.
and waited until the very last moment to learn stuff, because I don't know, I got scared and didn't. Yeah, I usually put it on hold and did it in the last moment, like so many people do.
Yeah, yeah. And we like procrastinate, don't we? We just.
Yes, I was a pro procrastinator.
You're a professional.
Yes, yes, I was.
So you what have you got coming up, Fredrik? You're speaking at the Viva event, aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think it's like the 5th year or something.
It is, yeah, 50th.
Yeah.
Really nice to have the Pettits there, Bill and Linda.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
lovely. They were in Copenhagen in this spring, so I watched them there, and they're lovely.
nice. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to meeting them again.
Yeah, so there'll be a few doctors in the house.
A few doctors in the house.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And see, what I'm really curious to know with your working in, I mean, there's not so many, or what I see, there's not so many psychiatrists that come, or that I'm aware of, that I know, that have the understanding of the three principles. Kind of, I mean, is there still a kind of just, there used to only be a handful, and now it's sort of spread a bit more, and slowly.
Yeah, it is spreading, but it's not in a fast pace.
Mm.
It goes very slowly, but
And do you guys all do you guys all stay in contact? Do you guys all?
yeah, we've had like the psychiatrist Zoom meetings once a month. Now it was a bit longer, but like Bill Pettit was the initiator of this.
Right.
So we've had some.
And so you get to see how, even if it's only, I don't know, how many people would be in that group? 10, 20 people, something like that?
Most, I guess, 10
Right.
perhaps,
So
but usually 5.
so we're talking about like a handful, we're talking about sort of handfuls of people, but still all over, from little corners of the globe. Suddenly,
Hmm. Yeah.
suddenly, you've still got that little sort of, movement happening.
Yeah, and it feels like, yeah, more and more people wake up to that, like there are some flaws with psychiatry. And now we're talking about the three principles, but like I think there are other things that point in the same direction, but it's just other names.
Yeah.
But it seems like more and more people wake up to other. There are there are some flaws with psychiatry, and we need to find better ways of helping people and point to truth.
Does that get frustrating for you then? I mean, if you sort of, what you know, are you able to, do you feel that you're able to talk about?
No, it's not frustrating. Yeah, it's so super frustrating. Every day it's frustrating. Yeah, I struggle all the time, and how we give, like, of course we have diagnosis, and it's a tool we use, and sometimes it's very helpful, but sometimes it's not so helpful, and it's also always potentially like damaging, of course, like people like become the diagnosis and see themselves as flawed and chronically ill.
And so if you're working with those kind of people that you tend to get to see, I guess, are they sort of on a typical psychiatric?
Yeah, I work on a ward with 8 patients, like staying there, usually for like 1 to 2 weeks. So,
and do you, if you sort of had, do you find that just your presence, bringing your presence into that, into that space, or into that meeting, or into that ward with you, do you feel that's easier for you than other people that are?
Yeah, I think the more I see, the better. But sometimes my thinking is a roller coaster. Yeah, but when I don't take my own thinkings, like I don't believe it so much, then it's really nice to be a light for someone.
Yeah, I take my hat off to you, because I know it's not the easiest job, is it?
I guess not.
And it's sort of all day when you've got, and I think it's Bill Pettit who says, he doesn't think there's not one human being that he feels is not helped by just understanding a little bit more about how the human experience works.
Yeah.
Or just being in the presence, just being in the presence of somebody who knows how it works.
Yeah. It's so helpful to see something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes fast, and sometimes it doesn't go fast.
Yeah.
And for me, it seems like the structure is not perfect, perhaps, and sometimes I have a lot of some thinking about, like, they see me as a doctor, and they listen more when I talk about medication and diagnosis than I'm talking about other stuff. But that's my thinking around that.
Right.
And that's sometimes a bit frustrating to come with the label of a psychiatrist.
Yeah. So to us, you are the music man.
Yes, I love being the music man.
You like that title, right?
I love it. I love music.
Have you got do you have anything else coming up? Anything going on in your world?
I'm going to Rudy and Jenny's, Rudy and Dave's retreat in Malmö here in the weekend.
Jen and Dave.
Jen and Dave.
Jen and Dave, yeah. Oh, wonderful. They're in where? In
Malmö. It's like just 10 minutes away from here. So it's great they're coming.
Nice. So
yeah.
They're great to be in their company, hey, just to be around them and just.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Good. So you're still, it's there's something about being in that the community, the retreats, the sort of people that I don't know, you meet there, the atmosphere that's there.
Yeah. I would love to have a hospital with people, the staff like that.
Really?
And I can feel a bit lonely sometimes.
Yeah. I know, because it is when you're the only person that is sort of working in your workplace, and it's not so easy, is it, to be sharing, or not even to be sharing, because you're not there with the intention to share. It's a bit like me, really, when I'm the only person that sort of stands stands alone, say, let's say in the recovery center.
Mm.
It's just easier. Like when we did the retreat together, and there was like 4 of us, 4 facilitators.
Mm.
It feels like there's a bit more, bounce off each other. There's a bit more power. There's a bit more.
Definitely, yeah. It seems like it's very helpful to have people that point you back when you get lost, because we all get lost sometimes, or at least I do all the time.
Yeah. That's what we do. That's
Yeah.
what we do, all of us, and that's all right.
I guess it is.
That's all right. Yeah.
Part of being human.
Yeah, the human experience. We're up, we're down.
Yeah.
We're good, we're not. We're okay until we're not okay, and then we're okay again.
Yeah.
We don't have so many needs, right?
No. The flow of life.
The flow of life, just staying in it.
Yeah.
Fredrik, thank you very much for being one of my 90 in 90.
Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure. So have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in a month or so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's already October.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Already, it's coming. I've got my doggies are here looking for some attention in case.
I can see it on the curtain.
Yeah, I've got my doggie that loves to go underneath the curtain and get herself all that's Cookie. So I'm going to say thank you, lots of love to you. Thank you for all the music. Thank you for everything you do in the world of care and the world of psychiatry, and they're very lucky people to have you over there. The Swedish gang are very, very lucky. So thank you again for everything that you bring to
thank you so much.
The world. Thank you, sweetheart. Lots of love to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Fredrik. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.